Knick fans, welcome to another episode of Delusional Knick Fan Network, where we bring you that Knicks content that you need. Revenge game is complete. It's complete. Last time we faced the Raptors, we was at home, we was leading. Toronto went on a run. We had a 8-game winning streak going. I thought that winning streak was going to continue. But Siakam went and dropped a career high 52 on my Knicks and killed and destroyed our 8-game winning streak. Now we fast forward to today. We were down in Toronto. We were down in the six. We were rolling through the six with our woes, and we got the victory. Why did we get the victory? I'm going to show you why we got the victory. Because a man who saw the All-Star votes come in and realized that his name was not on the list and felt disrespected, Sir Julius Randle came out firing, letting off shots. I believe he had 19 first quarter points with 5 boards in the first. Would have been 20, but they took away one of his threes. I believe he had 5 3-pointers in the first quarter. That, if the foot wasn't on the line, it would have been 6, would have been a Knick record. But then that'll be broken next time. But Sir Julius Randle felt disrespected and say, I'm going to come out and prove why I need to be voted in or at least be in that top 10. And he came out firing, knocking down threes after threes, tough threes in your face, threes from the triple threat, catch and shoot threes. He was just letting those threes throughout the game. Sir Julius Randle, if he don't get voted in, he will definitely get placed in as a reserve. But he felt disrespected and came out and destroyed this game. Came out firing. Then, of course, Tibbs, him being a defensive guy, what did he do? He came out and had Grimes on Siakam. Now, this is what I stated. Yeah, put Grimes on him. Put a smaller body. Why? Because when he tries to dribble, everybody keep worrying about shooting over him. It's not like Grimes is an elite shooter. Siakam is not an elite shooter. So he's going to put the ball on the floor most of the times. Put Grimes on him. It's going to put that ball pressure on him because he's not an elite dribbler either. But he is crafty to get to the paint. As you can see, Grimes were getting a couple fouls here and there. But for the most part, Siakam was irrelevant in his game until later on. But Fred VanVleet was the one putting in work. Pretty much chopping our guards down, him and Gary Trent Jr. But our defense ultimately kept this game going. But the Grimes start, the Knicks led for most of the game. As tough and close, Knicks had 10-point leads. Then they go on a run. We had another couple of point leads. For the most part, we had the lead until then the fourth quarter came. That fourth quarter was something different. We were literally up comfortable. I'm like, yes. Then they went on a 14-2 run to bring the game as close as 1 point. I'm started sweating. I'm like, okay, let me get at the edge of my seat. But Mr. Fourth Quarter, Mr. Jalen Brunson, Mr. $100 million that everyone said he do not deserve, Mr. I'm going to put the team on my back. And he stated before, in the last win, we need to make our free throws. He made his free throws down the stretch, even though he missed one. He missed one down the stretch. He still made the free throw. We played subpar defense, but enough to close out the game. These are the hard-fought games that I'm here for. We're closing games. This is why I say the Knicks are built for the playoffs. We are 100% built for the playoffs. It's up to the team to sit there and contribute and get there, which I think they could because we're balling 4 games in a row, literally after going on a 8-game winning streak, 5-game losing streak. Now we're on a 4-game winning streak. This roller coaster of a Knicks things is a journey, man. It's to get my blood pressure up. But it's good Knicks basketball. It's good Knicks basketball. We're gonna start from the top with Quentin Grimes, Mr. 46 and 40. He didn't even get to the line, which is fine because he went 6 for 13 for the field. He was 4 from 10 from 3. That's 40%. Would have loved for it to have been 6 for 10, but can't get greedy as much. We'll take the 40%. And his phenomenal defense. He was a negative 19 on the plus minus. That's fine, but he still ended with 16 points. And how many fouls? He only had 3 personal fouls. So I can live with that. Now, Julius, 10 for 22, 45, going 54% from 3, 6 for 11. He was on fire early. He was on fire. 6 for 9 from the free throw. Would have loved for that to be 9 for 9, Julius. But like I said, I can't be greedy. Can't be greedy with 11 boards. What else? These are 3. Let me see. 11 boards, 3 assists, 3 turnovers, 3 personal fouls. That's fine. And he was playing defense in this game as well. Mitch, solid Mitch. I want to give a huge shout out to @23 Savage, which is Mitchell Robinson. 18 boards, staying out of foul trouble, 10 points. I said, wait, staying out of foul trouble. Sorry, he was in foul trouble, but still had the 18 rebounds. Massive game. 2 for 4, 50% from the free throw. That's fine. With 50% from the field, 4 for 8. It means that you got to make those buckets, Mitch. And, of course, his field goal percentage is dropping. Why? Because he's taking more shots. Now, Quick, 4 for 8, 50%. Has not hit a 3 this game, but it's fine. He still got to the line. 5 boards, 4 assists. Now, the thing with Quick this game, Quick definitely came in and controlled the pace that second half because it was getting a little out of control. Even when he came in the fourth quarter, because that's when the game was tight. They was trapping Brunson. They was double teaming Randle. And Quick was the one that came in, was getting to the line, setting it up, moving around, attacking. And I believe he got to the line 3 or 4 times in that fourth quarter alone. So you slowed down the tempo, which was phenomenal. And Mr. Brunson, even though he didn't have over the 50%, we'll still take a high 47, 9 for 19. 3 for 6, 50% from 3. I believe his 3-point percentage has been going up each month. 5 for 7 from the free throw. But we live with it. 5 rebounds, 8 assists. That 5 turnovers, though, Brunson, we got to bring that down. And Deuce in the fourth quarter, guys. Deuce had 2 threes that was clutch. Back to back at that to get us going. Everyone has been getting that Deuce on his shooting. It'll come. I think it's more of a confidence thing. He has the form. He's been going in the G League, killing and devouring. And yes, the G League has different competition, but it's still putting the ball in the hoop at the end of the day. And if he's wide open, there's no issue with that. Knock it down. Hartenstein, with his 16 minutes, was productive for me. Why? Because of the 7 rebounds. 7 rebounds was clutch. Block shots was clutch. But for me, Mr. Fournier, who has the highest plus minus, and tonight with 23, played great defense, did not make a 3, but he made a floater that was like, oh, what was that? Played a floater, had rebounds, had an assist, had a steal. And that steal was crucial because that was a trap. They trapped Siakam because, Lord, he was about to spin on Julius and get that bucket. But he came in, trapped Siakam, stole the ball, got it out. And I believe we scored on that play. So that was an awesome Nick battle game today, especially on the revenge. Couple of things that occurred. So the Knicks haven't won in Toronto since 2015. So in 11 consecutive road games, the Knicks have not won, but we're breaking trends this season. Similar situation in Denver. We haven't won in Denver in a while, but we beat Denver. Now we going to Toronto. We haven't won in Toronto. We beat the Raptors. What's next that the Knicks need to take on? Because every challenge that we have, every situation that was a cloud over the organization, we run it through this season. I guarantee. We're knocking all of these. Oh, we haven't beat this team in 30 years, or we haven't beat this team. That's not happening this season. That is not happening this season. Also, another thing, Tibbs got his 100th win tonight. In three seasons. Well, it's not 3 full seasons, but just second and a half seasons, 2.5 seasons. Tibb has won 100 games. I want to pull this up so you can see it. Tibbs is literally for the regular season 194. So he is over 500 as the Knicks head coach. You got to give him that. And as you can see, the last person to have over 100 wins was Mike Woodson. And before that, Mike D'Antoni. But look at, Mike Woodson did that in a shorter time period than most. Let me see. So Mike Woodson did it in two full seasons. Tibbs will surpass that this year. His 109. Who else you have? You have D'Antoni had 121. And he did that, let me see, 9, 10, 11, 12 in 3 full seasons. So I believe he's going to pass Mike D'Antoni this year as well, and doing it. And let me see, 21, 22, 23. And he's going to his full 3rd year, he's going to pass. He's going to pass that. So kudos to Tibbs. A lot of people still don't want Tibbs here, but slowly but surely he's making me a believer. He is making me a believer. Also, let me switch back to some stats real quick because I do want to bring up what Toronto did. Siakam had 18 and 13. He did not have his 53. So his 4 for 14, 28%. 25 from 3, even though he got to the free throw line. You can't stop that. That's the Grimes effect. It's the Grimes effect. Fred going 9 for 21. That's kind of similar. So he was just running through our team, him and Gary Trent. So that is on. That is actually on Quickly and Brunson. They had to step that up because you had Grimes on Siakam, Scotty Barnes on lockdown, OG on lockdown, and OG situation, even though he was 50% from the field, 6 of 12 was not bad. His 3-point pursuit, he was playing defense all night. He was guarding Julius, and Julius was torching him, which is why he had the 5 fouls. Still had 3 steals, 2 assists, 9 boards. So 40 minutes. OG probably just want the ball more, but you got Franfrey putting up numbers. So it's a great lockup. Which brings us to the standings, guys. We are still in the 6th place. That's what I said. We're literally going to stay in 6th. We're until Cleveland and Philly start injuries occurring. Even though Philly lost tonight, Charlotte pulled up, I believe, 51 points on them in the first quarter. So they're beatable, guys. Charlotte Hornets can do that. My Knicks, we could definitely do that. But yeah, if they can, keep losing these games down the stretch, my Knicks can sneak up into there. We're literally 5.5 games back out of first place. Not to say we're going to get there, but just be competitive. Let's go Knicks, boy. We're going to bring it over to the calendar. We have the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, did Milwaukee play tonight is the question. Milwaukee Milwaukee took an L their last game. So they coming for fresh blood. So, and it's going to be a home game. Knicks, that's the Monday game. Let's be ready for that. Then we have the Pacers on Wednesday. The Wizards, we got Kristaps Porzingis. Got Porzingis down in the D.C. area. And then we close it off with the Detroit Pistons. So this week, we got Bucks, Pacers, Wizards, and Pistons. It's crazy. That's a 3-1 week. That's a 3-1 week. Because we don't have nobody for Giannis. I'm sorry. So I think that's an L. The Pacers, I think, is going to be the ultimate battle game to bounce back to beat them, because we're tied with them in the standings. Yeah. So we're tied with them in the standings. So this is going to be, like I said, whoever win this game, it's like winning 2 games in a sense, So we need to win that game. Kristaps, I think we will beat them because Bradley Beal is going to be out. So you got to worry about Kuzma and Kristaps. That Kristaps and Mitch battle might be something to look at. Then Detroit, I think we can give it to Detroit going forward. Solid win for the Knicks. Solid win. 22-18. 4 games over 500. We're rolling. 112-108 revenge games. We're getting all the revenge games. That's what I like. Salute Knicks fans. Definitely. Also, I do want to say, my fellow Americans, I need you to get out and vote. Vote for Julius Randle. Vote for Obi Toppin. Vote for Jalen Brunson and RJ Barrett. We out.
You gon' do it if I say so. I'ma do it for the pesos. I fell in love with the bass load. I fell in love with the bass load.